This is complete rubbish. This is you can't even call it a whitewash. It's just bald-faced lies from a bald-faced lying government with some communist toady as Prime Minister. They rig the results better than Biden does. They haven't been exclusively focused on Islamic terror because they've been telling us for years there is no Islamic terror.
I wanted to touch on this. I haven't even showed you this yet, Riccardo, but I think we've got a hive mind on this stuff. So there's been a report that's come out from the Christchurch shooting. They prosecuted the man, Brendan Tarrant, that ended up doing the shooting, and there was a big report that came out because of it. And the report on the Christchurch mosque attack found that New Zealand security agencies focused almost exclusively on Islamist terror, and the shooter was radicalised in Australia. And I'll quickly read this. The New Zealand Royal Commission has released an 800-page report on the 2019 Christchurch mosque attack. Among its findings were the revelations that the shooter had engaged with the far-right Australian political groups on social media and donated money to far-right organisations. New Zealand Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern noted that YouTube was a significant source of information and inspiration to the shooter. The report also found that New Zealand's security agencies were focused on almost exclusively on the threat of Islamic terrorism at the time of the attack in 2019. Ardern apologises on behalf of the government for the failings. YouTube.
Strangely enough, I happened to be online when this happened. I saw the video before it was removed. I saw the run-through rehearsal video. I saw the initial reports, accurate reports, that this guy was not a right-wing extremist. He was actually a left-wing eco-terrorist.
Eco-fascist.
There you go, eco-fascist. Yeah. And all this stuff got washed away. And now we have to believe that this former junior woodchuck of the global communists had the intelligence agencies working on Islamic terror. This is when the entire West was making every excuse under the sun that if someone ran down the road with a knife yelling Allen's snack bar, that it was a psychological condition. This is complete rubbish. This is you can't even call it a whitewash. It's just bald-faced lies from a bald-faced lying government with some communist toady as Prime Minister. They rig the results better than Biden does. They haven't been exclusively focused on Islamic terror because they've been telling us for years there is no Islamic terror. This is just a lie. And what was the YouTubes? Oh, there you go. They're rerunning. They're expecting you to have the attention span of a carp because they're saying the YouTube was a significant player. This sounds remarkably like the YouTube video made by some obscure southern individual in the United States, which apparently led to the attack on the US embassy and the compound in Libya, which led to the death of the ambassador and 4 others. 13 hours. They made a film about the incident called 13 Hours.
Benghazi? Was it?
Benghazi.
Yeah, Hillary Clinton, well done.
Yeah, same thing. Oh, it's a YouTube video. Oh, YouTube video. Absolutely, yeah. No problem. No false flags coming out of Christchurch. Now, it's alleged, and I'm not saying this is true, but it's alleged that a gentleman called, what was Hillary Clinton's campaign manager name? Let me think. Oh, that's right, Podesta.
Oh, John Podesta.
John Podesta visited New Zealand a week preceding the Islamic terror attack.
Kidding.
Now, I'm not saying that's true, but we have, as I said, wide-ranging intelligence sources that provide us with data, and we sort of try to make some sense of it. But this, if I had to put money down on a bet right now, this is just a complete fabrication, and the right-wing groups are the problem. And we know it's not the problem. There is no right-wing groups out here. They're just people that want their country back. See, the left always accuse the right of doing exactly what they do. So whenever you hear the left make an accusation, you know they're doing it. This is just a lie. It's a bald-faced lie.
It's entirely possible that this was a real shooting, and it's entirely possible that he was radicalised by white nationalists. So, in fact, we've butted heads with white nationalists in Australia. However, I do question them targeting YouTube because I've seen this happen before in the US. You know what they do? The people at the New York Times, the people at CNN, the people at MSNBC, the mainstream media over there, they do a hit piece on alternative media who are on YouTube because they don't like the market share they're getting. They don't like that people like, the Monica Smiths of the USA are doing a good job. That's what they think. And so what do? They call up their mate because they're all mates. They say, can you do a hit piece? This is the New York Times. My New York Times mate, can you do a hit piece on them? What happens? New York Times does a hit piece. They accuse the sponsors that are running ads on our channel, for example, or another channel, and they say this sponsor is sponsoring terrorism. This sponsor is a right-wing fascist. And then what happens? The sponsor freaks out. They go to YouTube. They say, "What the hell, man? Why are you putting my videos on white nationalist videos?" And then all of a sudden, YouTube's like, "Right, this is our bottom line you're messing with. All of you guys, you're gone." And then who do they get rid of? They get rid of Alan. They get rid of Jones. They get rid of Alex Jones. They get rid of Sargon of Akkad. They get rid of a bunch of other people who are not even, they're not white nationalists. Are you crazy? And they're coming for us, Rick. They're coming for us, mark my words.
Well, this is the same Jacinda Ardern that you played a clip of her threatening with that goat-like smile. Oh, I'm sure that they'll want to spend. They'll take the jab or the test rather than spend another 2 weeks because she's a junior woodchuck communist. Has been. She didn't win the election. She stole the election. She's another idiot puppet like Xi Jinping and the rest of them, like Scott Morrison. She couldn't organise a piss up in a brewery either. It's a lie. It's bald-faced lies. Your governments are lying to you. Our foreign governments are lying to you. Folks, you got to wake up. Just wake up. Do your own research. Stop believing everybody else. Don't believe us. Do your own research.
By the way, I do think she actually won that election. If you got a bucket of all the legitimate votes, but this just came out this week.